Welcome back onto the Dutch couch. I've got to say, I've just seen that Man United game, right? One thing's for sure, that Amorim must be thinking, fuck me, what a mammoth task I've got on my hands here. I think he's had 2 weeks with them players or whatever. I think that match day, it must have opened his eyes massively. I reckon he can say whatever he wants to in front of the press, but inside he must be thinking, fuck me, what have I done? I'll tell you what, he's gone from, I'll put it this way, right? He's gone from managing someone like Victor Gyökeres, right? And then he's got the likes of Joshua Zirkzee. But the only way I can look at that, right, compare it, is by saying, you've had a jiggy relationship with someone like Jennifer Lopez, and now you've come here and you've turned around and she's become Roy Chubby Brown, right? This is how I must think. This geezer must feel like this. He must be thinking, fuck me. I mean, I watched the first 10 minutes, right? And I've got to say, I thought, fuck me, they're playing. They want it. They got a good attitude and whatever. I went out to clean my tools for work, right? At the first 10 minutes, on Twitter I'll see this, right? Man United fans, oh, we're back in Amorim ball and all this. By the time I'd cleaned my tools out for work and come back in, it was, well, Rashford's done fuck all since he scored. Half of them don't want to know. We're shit at keeping the ball. We can't pass the ball. I know it's football fans, but fuck me, what a quick turnaround. This geezer must be thinking, what have I fucking done here? I do think long term he's the man. I've said that in another video. But today just proved to me, and massively, I bet it proved to him and a lot of other people, this is not going to be an overnight thing, mate. Fuck me. And I'll tell you what I noticed from this game today. The mentality, the culture at that club is fucking rotten to the core. Apart from that 10 minutes that I saw at the first half, and I saw the whole of the second half, I thought United was shocking. I thought they were slow. And I was seeing people on Twitter, United fans, going crazy, going, oh, look at us, we're running, we're... Fucking hell. If you think running is such a bonus, mate, what have you been witnessing? Because, I'm not being funny, these geezers are on 150, 200 grand, whatever they're on, and even more, right? When you're earning that sort of money, let me let you into a secret, right? Fucking running is a minimum you expect. Hard work is the minimum you expect to these players. Don't get excited by a bit of running. It's fucking... They're shocking, mate. That squad, I've got to say, the biggest thing that he needs, we're going to go to huge investment, mate. He needs a massive clear out. You've got the money that you've paid on some of these players. They're not worth half of what you paid for them, half of these lot. So you're not going to get big fees from some of these players. They're fucking useless, a lot of them. Fucking useless, mate. You've got a squad, to be honest, you've got a squad, bar 4 or 5 of them, who are absolutely bang average mid-table players in this league. I'm telling you, this guy's got an absolute mountain to climb if he wants to work with some of these players. But on the other hand, I don't think... I reckon 99% of these he's going to ship out anyway, and I would. They've cheated. From what I see today, right? You can post all these videos online and on your social media. Oh, training was brilliant. We're really happy. We're all smiling. When it comes to a match day, that's when your fans want to see what you're really feeling, right? And when I watched that today, particularly the second half that I saw just the normal. I didn't see any change in them. Yeah, a couple of them might have been working harder and fucking running. But fuck me, that's nothing. For that money, like I say, you need to be fucking working your bollocks up every week. Sweat, blood and tears, mate, for the shirt. Mammoth task. I said it about 20 times, mate. He has got an absolute mountain to climb with this. Your club for the last few years, right? And then I slaughtered Ten Hag because I don't think he had a presence. I don't think he was adaptable. Didn't have a style, which I'll stick with. But I've got to say, a lot of them players cheated him. A lot of them players cheated Ten Hag and didn't work their asses off for him because they obviously didn't believe in what he was saying, right? But these players, from what I'm seeing on social media, oh, they believe in this manager. They're well up for it. I didn't see that in the match. I didn't see it. I don't know how Man United fans thought about that performance. The first 10 minutes, like I say, on Twitter, or X is what it's called, they was creaming. But I'm thinking, what are you creaming over? It's fucking... You're Man United, mate. You claim to be the biggest club in the world. You're not, by the way. Real Madrid are and always will be. You can't cream over someone who's running. Look, even me fucking pictures fell down. He's laughing. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mentality is shocking at that club, and it has been for years. And for players to have a poor mentality when they're playing for a club that size speaks volumes. Because they're happy to take the wage. If you're happy to take a wage at that club, your mentality, mate, has got to be elite, right? The culture at that club should be everything. They should be so proud to play for that club. And I don't care who the manager is, they should be giving 200% every week for that manager. And then fucking 75,000 fans who are in that stadium, whatever. And the millions around the world. They should be fucking giving you everything. Yeah, this squad is poor. This squad is fucking bang average. And I'll tell you what, I expected, this is, with usual, you usually get a new manager and there's a real bounce, right? I see 2 minutes of it. I see a 2-minute bounce and then it was a slump. And in the end, I thought Ipswich were more likely to win. I know they got a good result at Spurs, but that would worry me that Ipswich, in the end, in a manager's first game, looked like they was more likely to beat you than you was to win the game. I think that tells a story, mate, about a lot of these. And I think a lot of these, to be honest, I think a lot of these know that they're on the way out. If they thought that they had a future there, well, I'm talking from a personal side of things, right? If I thought I had a future at a club like Man United and I had to impress this manager, I would fucking run through a brick wall for him. These fuckers don't. I don't think they did today. From what I saw, it was crap. Pretty much crap. That was a mid-table performance from a mid-table squad of players. Really poor. You need so much investment. But it's not just money. It's not just money. That club needs to be stripped bare, mate. Needs a restart. And I do think, like I say, I think this guy is the man. So I'm not looking too much into this because I think I've done a video the other week. This man, even with this squad of players and what he's come into, I believe he's going to knock Pep off his perch. I think he's the man to change this Premier League and really take it on. He will be an influence. Next season, you're going to see a lot of coaches influenced by this man. I believe that. So this ain't a slaughtering of Man United video or the manager at all. The fucking manager's elite. I love him, and I think the way he comes across in press conferences and what have you. I think he's been brilliant, especially after that Gary Cottrell tried to slip him up when he went over there with, for the Sporting Lisbon Champions League game in Man City. Literally tried to fucking get in his head about the English fans already. He's a prat, that Gary Cottrell. And he handled him brilliantly. And I think this guy's personality, I think he's going to be an absolute, I think he's going to end up being a legend in this Premier League. I really do. And I hope he is. And I'm not, as I say, I'm not a Man United hater, right? But I was really just shocked today. I mean, I'm not even a Man United fan, right? But if I was a Man United fan watching that, I'm thinking, like I just say, I'll be thinking, those players, do they really want a future there? Because they've shown nothing to that manager. I don't think. But saying that, if you look at that first team today, how many out of that first team do you think, looking forward, would be part of his plans anyway? I'm one of Marcus Rashford's biggest fans, right? I'm a neutral. I think that man I think he's brilliant. And I think he's the sort of player who needs an arm around his shoulder, sorry. I think this man will do it and I think he'll get the best out of him. That's why I expected today. He scored that goal and I'm thinking, go on then, kick on. Go on then, kick on. But what I'm seeing on Twitter in the feed, then he went missing. Which is sort of what he's been doing for the last couple of managers. So is it a mentality problem with him? I don't know. Confidence? I'd be buzzing. He looked like he was buzzing in training, didn't he? Posting on his Instagram, whatever it was. And the other players did. You don't see that in a match day. I done a video the other day about mental health problems in players, right? And I'm wondering, not mental health in a bad way for these players, but I'm thinking, are these United players, they're under such scrutiny, aren't they? On a match day, are they feeling it that much? They're shrinking. They're shrinking, they're going within themselves. Because you can't tell me that they're posting on their Instagram and what have you, Snapchat, whatever it is, right? That they're so excited for match day, they're really enjoying their sessions. And then when it gets to a match day, half of them look like they're fucking hiding. So is there a mental side to this, that they're just shrinking on a match day? There must be some sort of psychological issue here. doesn't make sense to me. But I'll tell you what, even I'm not a Man United fan, like I say, right? But I'm excited to see and very interested to see the way that this manager approaches this. In January, anyway. I mean, it's not usually a massively busy transfer window. I think this guy's got to do something special. If he brings Victor Gyökeres into that team, what a difference just that one man will make. Because he runs his bollocks off. He will work his socks off, terrorise defenders, and you ain't got that. I'll tell you what, the first time I saw today in the first few minutes was Rashford actually pressing someone. I saw clips of him, I think it was against Luton or whatever last year. He'd lose the ball. He'd fucking put a cigar on and sit in the deck chair, watch the geezer run past him. I actually saw him press a couple of defenders today. So that he's got it in him. But that manager has got to fucking instill it in a whole team and a whole squad. He has got an absolute task and a half, mate. I'm telling you, he's got an absolute job on his hands. But some of them, mate, they're not good enough, I'm sorry. As much as I love, you can see I love the Dutch. Joshua Zirkzee, I don't see it. Don't see it, mate. Didn't see it when you signed him. I said that to me mates who are United. I said I can't see it in him. But like I said the other day as well in another video, some of these players come over, they might be away from their families. There's different issues to this, right? It's not all on the football side. A lot of this, like I just said, a lot of this is psychological. But, like I mentioned before as well, if you play for Man United and are willing to sign for Man United, your mentality has to be absolute elite. You have got to have the strongest mentality to play for the biggest club in the world. And I couldn't even name 3 or 4 players in that team who I think have got a monster mentality. I think they crumble. They crumble under pressure. Be interesting to see now. I mean, I think Man United play Arsenal in a few weeks at the Emirates. That'd be interesting. I think that'll probably be a game that they turn up. I think they'll lift it. I'm not even sure who Man United have got next, actually. I'm not even sure. But, yeah, I think he's got a massive task on his hands. He's going to, like I say, he's going to need huge investment. They're going to have to back him. This is why I think in the summer they made a massive mistake in giving 200 million to Ten Hag. Let's get it right. He was never going to stay there, was he? He was walking a tightrope, and they literally give a geezer 200 million. They knew he weren't going to stay there. It was loyalty because he won the cup final against Man City, your rivals, your local rivals, right? Let's get it right. He's never the man for Man United. Long term, he wasn't the Man United manager. And I think them owners knew that because they wouldn't have been having conversations with other people, would they? I think they was even having conversations with fucking Gareth Southgate. Fuck me. Things were bad. But yeah, this guy, for Man United, they're lucky that this guy in himself has a monster mentality. He's got a monster mentality like Jose Mourinho did. I know it didn't work for him really at Man United in the end because he falls out with people. I think this guy's got a better personality in the respect that he gets on with people and he'll get everyone working in the right direction, right? But Mourinho's sort of very abrasive, wasn't he? I think this guy's different in that respect, but he's got an absolute monster mentality. He's a winner. He's tactically brilliant, but he needs his own players. He can't play this system that he wants to play with them players. He's not going to play Johnny Evans as a left centre-back, is he? Looking forward. It's not going to happen, is it? Once he gets his players, then we can seriously talk about the job he's doing and the process at Man United. He will bring the mentality and the culture in. No doubts about that. He will bring that in. He will get that spot on. No doubts in my mind. This geezer's that good. And he's tactically adaptable. He's got the personality. He's got the aura. There was an excitement about him today on that telly. There was an excitement for all that's all they spoke about really was him. I know it's his first day, but there's a buzz around him. And I think there's right to be a buzz around him. But I think today you really got, and he probably got a massive reality check. Man United fans got a massive reality check today because they've had a lift the last few weeks. I've seen it on social media, right? On Twitter. They've all been like, oh, Amorim, we're going to do this. And I'll tell you what, today, reality check time. Which I think, going forward's a good thing. I think that might be a good thing that happened today. because no one's going to be carried away now, and I think they have been carried away. They saw Sporting Lisbon smash Man City right the other week, and soon as that happened, they're all thinking, "Fuck, he's going to come over and steamroll everyone with us." That Sporting Lisbon team, realistically, they've been playing in his system for a long time, so they know their jobs, right? They're accustomed to that system. They know that during the game, this guy changes formations during the game, how the game's going. His style changes, he's adaptable. They've been working for him for a long time, right? So they know him. Today, you saw players who weren't comfortable with it. Are they going to get comfortable with it? I don't think some of them are capable. I really don't. I don't think some of them are capable. People are talking to me. I had a couple of people message me in the week and say, now we're going to see the best of Mason Mount. I don't know what the best of Mason Mount is, because I've never really been a big admirer of him anyway. When they used to go crazy about him at Chelsea and the England in the England setup, and it was always one of those players I watched and I thought, come on then, show me, give me more. I don't think he's ever done it, and I don't think he will. Rashford will. I think Rashford, for this guy, will be amazing, and I hope so, because I like the kid. I really like him. But without that mentality, the culture, don't matter who you buy, don't matter what players he spends huge investment on, right? Huge money. Without him instilling a mentality that's strong and is worthy of a club as big as Man United, you might as well go home. You've got no chance. But I think he'll do it. Will he get Gyökeres? I don't think he'll go to Manchester. I think he'll end up in London. I think he'll probably end up at Arsenal or Chelsea. Maybe. I don't know. He might go to Dagenham or Redbridge, my team. You never know. You can have Josh Ramura in a swap deal or whatever. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, just a short video, but I want to get the opinions of Man United fans, because I've done an Amorim video the other week, and Man United fans and other fans were like really positive. A few said like, how can you tell this geezer's going to be good? I think if you know your football, right, nothing's a given, but if you know your football, you study football a lot like I do, you sort of get an inkling that something's going to work. I think this is going to work. Like Arne Slot at Liverpool, I told people that would work when they're saying to me, he's only managed Feyenoord in the Eredivisie. I said, mate, the geezer's elite, it's going to work. He's going to go in there. It'll be seamless. I know he's got a good squad of players. It'll do the job and it'll come good. And they're in the title race. Where they sit him, I think they're 9-10 points clear. I knew it. And I don't know everything. Part of me would like to be proved wrong with this, because I've got a lot of Man United mates. I'd love to give them a bit of stick over it. But I think it's good. I think this guy's going to be brilliant for the Premier League. I really think he is. He's total opposite to Ten Hag. In the end, I felt sorry for Ten Hag. He looked really lost. He looked like a lost old man, and it was fucking sad to see, because he's done such a great job at Ajax, club that I love there. But he just never. It was never right for Man United. I never felt it from the day he walked in the door. Yeah, love to get your opinions on Amorim. I know you're going to say brilliant. You can't judge him on today. I'm not judging him on today. I'm more interested in your opinions of what's he got to change. What's he got to instill there? How can he do it? What sort of players does he need to bring in? And how has he gone from Jennifer Lopez to Roy Chubby Brown, like I said at the start, with Xerxes? Is he going to come good? Does any Dutch fans on here? Yeah, any Dutch fans on here, right, who probably knows Xerxes even a little bit more than me, right? You've seen probably more than him. And when he was in Serie A or whatever. Tell me how good he is. Tell me what you think he can bring to Man United. Because I just don't see it. I don't see it. I see him as one of those players in the Premier League, right? Which I think the Premier League's full of them. Players who are on a big wage, but they're bang average. There's so many players in this Premier League that are just bang average. I see him as one of them. And I probably see Højlund a bit like that as well. But he's got potential. I think he's got potential with his strength and stuff. I think he can do a job. Not to Haaland's level or anything, but I think he can do a job. But these players, are they good enough talent-wise, not just mentality, talent-wise, to be in a squad at Manchester United at the current time, yes, because you're fucking poor. Let's get it right. You're quite a poor team, aren't you? But on the whole, how many United teams would this lot get into? I think this is one of the poorest squads you've had. One of the poorest squads. I do think, as a Dutchman as well, that De Ligt will come good. I think he's been all right anyway. I think he will be brilliant in his back three. I think he'll be brilliant. And I think you'll get the De Ligt that was at Ajax. I think you'll get that Matthijs De Ligt. I think he'll really turn up. I really hope so, because I love to see the Dutch players do well, and I want to see Xerxes do well. But he's just one. I just can't see it. I'm sorry. Hope I'm wrong. But I'm not going to drone on. Let us know in the comments what you think. What's he got to instill? How much money do you think he's got to spend? How can he get a culture in there? He's got to instill his style very quickly, hasn't he? And that's one thing he's got over Ten Hag. This guy won't take 3 years and have no style of play, mate. This guy's going to have it from day dot. But to instill it, he needs his players. That's very clear. They said it on Sky Sports today. Don't read too much into this game. I'm not reading too much into this game, like I say. What I'm reading into is the task that this man's got ahead of him. But he's capable of doing it. And I think 2-3 years, I think he could win the title for Man United. He's got to spend a lot of money. He's got to spend it wisely. He's got to change a whole philosophy of a football club, mate, basically. But in the background, you've got people in the right jobs now. These sporting directors and stuff. You've got all that in play now, and he's got his staff with him. So after 2-3 years, he's going to have his own players. So he can't use the excuse that Ten Hag was using. I can't use these players in his system, because after 3 years, mate, they're your players. I don't think this man's going to be in a position where he has to use excuses. I think he's that good. He's elite. And I think, to be honest, I think any club in the world would have taken him. I think he's that good. I think Real Madrid would have taken him if Ancelotti wasn't there. That's how highly I rate him. So as I say, it's not a Man United slating video. But I just, realism now, I think. You need to be realistic. You're gonna have fucking loads of bumps in the road with this guy. Because if he's trying to implement something, some of these fuckers ain't got a clue. They ain't going to take it on board. And then he's going to ship them out, which he should. Shape up or ship out. That's what it's going to be with this man. And I think that's what you've been missing for years. You've missed that since Fergie was there. Shape up or ship out. If you ain't good enough for Man United, on your bike, simple as that. Go and play for fucking, I don't know, Rochdale or someone. This guy's exactly what you needed. And I think you've done it. You should have done it 2 years earlier, really. You should have done it 2 years earlier. You might have been in a position now where you're challenging. But let's see. But yeah, just a short video. Let us know in the comments what you think. On to the next one. Take care.